Yeah.
And away they go.
And where do we go?
Quinn, how the fuck was your weekend, my friend?
Oh,
Week, all of it?
Week. This is Friday, huh? God damn, it's been a long week. Beautiful week. Yeah. Beautiful weather, and then you can hear this shit in the background. It's like a fucking monsoon coming out of Mexico.
coming at you from Florida.
We're coming at you from Florida. This is Uintah Basement, episode 57, coming from someplace in Florida, out there in nowhere land. Yep. So yeah, we're on episode number 57. We're creeping up pretty quick with these two episodes a week.
We're gaining ground.
Heck yeah. No, it was a good week, bonus week. It's
always a bonus.
Yeah, it's always a bonus, I need the money, the funds to, take the basement up in
the fucking stratosphere.
Yeah, we gotta skyrocket out here. Yeah, this is not a moneymaker, I'll tell you that. But it's been good. How about yourself?
I spent most of the week in the field for the first time in a really fucking long one.
Oh yeah, the muddy one too.
Yep. My badass blue truck, my work truck.
Mm-hmm.
It's brown as a motherfucker.
It's brown as my white truck.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, just as brown as your fucking white truck.
I considered washing it today, and I was driving around and had a coworker call me. Shout out to Cesar Rodriguez. He says, I'm going to take my truck home, and I'm going to park it on the street and let Jesus take care of it. I laughed my ass off. He's like, he could wash the truck this time. I laughed. I thought, God damn, that's pretty good.
It's his fucking turn.
It's his turn to wash the truck, not mine.
Well, out here in the back, behind your place, that dirt, I mean, that shit gets slimy as fuck when you get driving out when it's wet like
yes,
this,
when it's wet, but it soaks up so quick and then it dries. I mean, it's like it's a clay, but there's some stuff in Mazer that when I went and got the bar stools yesterday, I would not want to live in that subdivision over there. Oh my good hell.
Yeah. Yeah, Mazer's got some low fucking subdivisions. It really does.
Man, and then all the snow's coming off the hill, melding into their backyard, and everybody's out there irrigating yesterday. Their driveway's got mud in it, shit, yeah. That's one of my pet peeves is when somebody goes to the car wash, and they're on a company card most of the time.
Yeah.
They go in there, they wash all the mud onto the ground, drive off, and leave the mud trail.
Yeah.
Spray it down. Get it in the
not that hard to do, dickhead. Yeah.
You're not paying for it in the first place.
Yeah, that's true too.
So I'm over there, and the girl comes over there, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm cleaning the floor so I don't have to walk in it.
I'm the other dickhead who shows up just muddy as fuck.
Leaving it.
No, I pull into the automatic car wash. They're just looking at me like, "Fucking really?"
Fold your mirrors in.
You couldn't have hosed this bitch down first.
No. It's got stripes straight down it when you're done. You're like, God, it missed a spot. So I'm trying some of this Yellowstone whiskey tonight.
That does not suck.
It seems pretty damn good.
We made it.
So,
fuck that. If the Sex Cast can have a beer sponsor, we need some sort of alcohol sponsor. We need to start working on this.
This bud's for you.
I would be content with a lube sponsor, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Okay, the CEO of Johnson & Johnson gets a hold of us, and they're like, hey! Smooth.
How do you feel about baby oil? Fucking every day, pal. Every day. Just kidding. I only use baby oil when I run out of coconut oil.
Yeah. Not a fan. But yeah, nothing big's going on, dude. I've just been listening back and forth to what's going on in the NFL. That it's just a lot of cliffhangers and.
Well, I seen the Redskins or whatever the fuck their name is now. I seen they reached out to Seattle for
Russell Wilson. And Garoppolo.
Oh, it included Garoppolo?
Yeah, because I got the same.
They were going for him too.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's in pursuit for him. That guy's just going through shoulder surgery this week.
Oh shit.
We didn't even know he was injured. Oh, shoulder surgery. Well, goddamn, what are you going to do? You know, I mean, is he going to heal? You know, I mean,
I was watching the fucking combine earlier. That's how I'm kind of caught up to date on NFL shit. But those fucking offensive linemen are just unreal, dude. They're they're 6'6", 311, running a 40 in 5 seconds. It's like, no.
A lot of that.
My car won't drive 40 yards in 5 seconds.
A lot of those guys were like quarterbacks in high school, and then they're like, get them to college, and they're like, well, let's bulk you up a little bit, and you can play some line, dude. And you're like, what's his name? Staley. Joe Staley, that played for the 49ers, that retired last year or the year before. He is smaller than George Kittle now.
No shit.
Yeah, and I mean, you're looking at a lineman that was 3-something. Now he's like 185,
Fuck.
you know? And he's like, just quit eating that lineman diet, and I went back to where I needed to be. And you're like, God damn. I quit drinking beer and I gained weight.
Well, I got a buddy of mine I ended up talking to the other night. I used to work with him, and his wife are just the sweetest people, Cody and Mindy Miller. But they do the beach body, and his wife is a beach body coach and all that shit. And they do all of that, but he posted a picture on Instagram, and he's just this ripped, fucking shredded machine.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, "When are you gonna start doing this?" I'm fucking not. I'm not doing that. I'm actually pretty content with where I'm at. He's like, "Well, loving yourself's the number one. Like that's the first step of all this shit." I'm like,
"It is. You have to make it into vanity, pretty much.
Yeah.
But you got to get an addiction towards it.
Yeah.
I could never get addicted.
No. I can get addicted to a lot of shit, but working out's not one of them.
Oh, dude, when I get mountain biking, it gets addicting because it's taking you places. You're doing different things, but it's the full commitment getting out the door. Yeah. As soon as you get out the door, you know you're going to do it.
Yeah.
But, you know, this rain outside that we got going on right now is kind of hindering my March weather for mountain biking. So it's pushing it back probably to the March 20th. I'll be out there mountain biking maybe. I don't know. Middle of March is when I like to start, but it's got to be 50-degree days.
Yeah.
And I got to have time at night, you know. I mean, that's my problem is I can eat light all day. I can come home and have a big dinner, and that's where I get the old love handles. And I like to live, though.
I get mine from beer, food, and couch.
Beer, food, couch.
I do just way too much sitting on the couch. Especially, I mean, it's been a long fucking winter. It hasn't been a cold one or really a miserable one. It's been a really mellow winter.
Yeah.
But it's too fucking cold for me to go outside and do shit. Like, I'm just not in the mood to even fucking go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just bring the... Once you find yourself sitting next to an 18 box that's sitting on the floor in the warm house, you're not even picky about the beer being cold. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, this winter shit needs to fucking end.
I don't know how you can afford beer anymore. God damn, the prices on that shit.
It's been fucking outrageous.
What's up with all that shit?
Well, but I mean, I found that the blue Einhauser is the fucking cheapest anymore.
Yeah.
And I love Ultra. I absolutely fucking love Ultra. And to be honest, the last few weeks sipping on this is the most productive and cheapest fucking beer there is.
Hard liquor is a lot cheaper than a Dirty 30. You know
I mean, that's $30 that'll last me a week.
Yeah. God, I remember $16 Busch Lights, man. Busch Lattes.
Oh, shit.
They're like probably $23 now.
I picked up a 12 yesterday from the Merc for $22.
Okay.
It's like, God damn. That just seems a lot for a 12-pack.
I don't think I've bought in beer since New Year's.
Yeah, that's because we got the fucking... Did that thaw out, or do we still have the sword and the stone?
It's thawed out. I've actually came out here and grabbed one so we could make fish tacos with that beer batter.
Oh, is that what that was? Hell, that was good.
That's what cheap beer makes great fish tacos. Mm-hmm. I could drink. I'm not a beer snob though. I can drink any kind of beer.
Yeah.
But this new beer that's coming out that Budweiser's put out, Bud Light Zeros or whatever.
The zero alcohol or the 0 calorie?
Zero carbs.
Oh yeah, the diet, the pseudo diet beers.
Yeah, I've been sitting there listening or paying attention to what they're writing on it.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, it tastes like tea. It doesn't taste like beer. And I was like, oh yeah, just another one of those chick drinks, that.
Well, my wife drinks those the Arnold Palmers, the fucking tea beer, the tea. Yeah, I guess it is tea beers.
Yeah.
But fuck, those are good, man.
Have you had Twisted Tea?
They're
so smooth.
I have had a Twisted Tea.
They taste just like the Nesties, and you're like, God damn, I just downed that pretty quick. Let me have another one. You're like,
fucked.
Wait a minute, this is alcohol. And it's sugar, too, on top of it, so you're really loading yourself
just
up.
Jack. Hold up.
Yeah. That's the problem between you and I, though. I mean, people buy a 12-pack of that stuff, and it lasts them 3 months. That shit is for the night.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that shit won't work. That's my wife all the fucking time. We got 2 big-ass bottles of tequila in the freezer.
Ooh.
She loves Jose.
Oh, Cuervo.
I don't particularly like Jose. I like vodka or whiskey. I mean, that's my shit.
I'm starting to, I like vodka because there's no sugar in it usually.
Yeah.
I do like whiskey. Tequila, if you mix it with soda,
yeah,
it mellows it out, and you can actually start tasting the flavor of the barrels that it's brewed in. But do you know there's not an American based tequila?
It's
Mexico owns the
it's
market.
The last of a dying breed. I like Irish whiskeys.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bummed out at all these Irish whiskey companies that are opening up shop in fucking Tallahassee and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that takes away from it. I'll pay an extra fucking 10 to put the bitch on a boat,
Yeah.
Seems worth it to me, but...
Bushmills, the FedEx guy, is the one that, when he brought the hot tub and all that shit, he brought a semi over here to the backyard, and I was like, you can turn around the backyard, and we'll call that the front porch, because it was supposed to be front porch thing. I said, just set it right where I want it. Because we'll put it on the front porch, that's where we're going. But yeah, you can pull in the back. But he come out here, and he talked my leg off, and he's like, Bushmills, he says, that's actually the oldest Irish whiskey in Ireland.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
And they have all kinds of different Bushmills, Private Reserve, and all that.
I've had shit Bushmill, but I've had damn good Bushmill too.
Yeah. But, I like Jameson too.
Well, it's kind of like Glenlivet. Mm-hmm. You can the bottles in our liquor store, they're sitting right next to each other. Mm-hmm. There's a fucking $30 bottle and there's a $130 bottle.
Yeah.
That extra $100 is worth it if you have it. But it's depressing as fuck when that bottle's empty. You're like, oh.
I walk in there and the guy's like, "What's up, buddy?" Every time he's always like, "I'm glad to see you back," and you're like, "Oh, thanks, buddy." I usually splurge and buy Potters.
Yeah,
it's like $13.99 a bottle.
Yeah,
now you buy 2.
If you compare that to beer, and if you're drinking, 4 or 5 beers a night and stuff like that, the Potters, it lasts longer than a 30-pack would in your house.
Well, the thing is, I still drink beer, but instead of drinking a 12 a night, a 16 a night, or anything like that, I'll have 2 or 3 of these.
Yeah.
I'll have 2 and then drink 3 beers as I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
My nighttime glass of water, if you will.
I call it a nightcap like the old people do in the movies.
Yeah.
It's a nightcap.
It's a nightcap.
Yeah.
My nighttime toddy.
Yeah. Like, do you want to come up for a nightcap? I always thought that meant sex, but I guess it was for liquor, though.
Damn. Changing my whole verbiage.
Yeah.
I'll try that tonight. I'll ask my wife if she wants to come to bed for a nightcap.
Would you like a nightcap?
I'll just start fucking drinking. She'll just lay there.
You got to realize those old people, everybody wants to go back into the 1800s and live in the Old West.
Yeah.
Those ladies wearing nightcaps. That's because it was fucking cold.
Yeah, that's a good point. I finished that the 1883.
Did you?
I finished.
I haven't even watched the first one.
Man,
I heard it went south quick.
Well, it's done. It's over. They're not doing another one.
Gotcha.
They're going to jump straight into the 1920s during the Depression and shit like that.
And Peaky Blinders will come out and we'll be able to watch it.
Maybe. I hope. But no, the way they ended it was just violent. The way they ended it. And Sheridan, the way he writes his TV series, he writes them as novels.
Yeah.
And then just plays it out afterwards.
Yeah.
That would be the most fucked up ending to any fucking novel ever. It was just absolutely wild. But to your point, like, the women were just fucking built different back then.
Yeah.
Some of them. The ones that fucking survived were built different.
Better Call Saul's coming out.
Better Call Saul.
Call Saul's coming.
Yeah, it's the break off of Breaking Bad.
I never watched an episode of Breaking Bad.
You didn't?
Nuh-uh.
That is the best series by far that ever came out.
I watched the shit out of Sons of Anarchy. But,
I watched it too.
Yeah, I
started Mayans.
I started
I'm watching it, but it's like on Hulu, and it's hard to keep up with.
Yeah. Well, they did. Did you ever see the Gangland? It's more like a TV show type thing, but they did a series about. I want to say his name was Shane, but his last name was Falco. But he was a FBI infiltrator, and the very first episode was him infiltrating the Mayans. The Mayans? Mongols. And then he ended up later on infiltrating the Angels and all the other fucking biker clubs. But man, that shit turned out good. That was a good series. There was like 7 episodes.
Better Call Saul was was the lawyer in Breaking Bad.
Oh,
so it kind of spun off, and he's slimeball piece of shit lawyer that's on every billboard.
Everybody's payroll too.
Yeah. So
Breaking Bad was the fucking meth cookers, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was the junkie.
I've watched it twice.
I've never watched a single episode.
You got to sit through it. I mean, it's old enough that you get to see flip phones still, you know.
They made shit better back then.
Yeah, flip phones are great. You could replace the batteries. And this one, you look at it and you're like, oh, the battery's starting to deplete. What do you do? That'll be $1,400.
No, it's ironic. Every time I click the don't upgrade now,
Don't you think?
don't update now,
Yeah.
every time I hit that button, my battery lasts less fucking time. Yeah, thanks, Apple. Making my shit work.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Sean Payton walks away from the Saints.
Sean Payton. Yeah.
He walks away. Troy Aikman quits Fox as a news anchor. I guess he might be going to ESPN. That's what I heard through the grapevine. His contract was up, which he made more per year being a sports analyst than he did when he was an NFL quarterback.
He was an NFL quarterback in the
90s.
fucking 90s.
I know, but like $17 million a year is what Troy Aikman makes off of Fox.
Jesus.
Just to sit up there and say, yeah, the 49ers, they're not going to win this one. Shut up, Troy.
Well, he probably realized he's not even the best announcer that played for the Cowboys anymore. Isn't Romo with Fox too?
Yeah.
Romo's with them too?
Yeah, I think Romo is. But Joe Buck that was with Troy Aikman, that's who Sean Payton's going to be. They're going to team up together.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So they think it's going to be a great deal, I guess.
Sean Payton was the coach, right?
Yeah. He's the one that they just made the movie out with the kids' football team with the guy in... God, it's an Adam Sandler show. I gotta look that fucker up now.
But no, like, you would think that the coaches would be making enough right now to fucking cover staying coaching. He's not outdated. The Saints are still in it every year, you know?
Yeah, I just think he had given up. And, I mean, this new show that's on Netflix is about Pee Wee football. It's his kid that he goes back, but it's played by...
Well, then again, he's probably made enough money. Fuck it, let's go hang out with my kid playing Pee Wee football and shit like that.
Yeah.
I imagine he's made plenty of... Drew Brees.
Kevin James.
Kevin James? Who the fuck does he play?
He's been in a lot of things. He's in a lot of Adam Sandler shows, too.
Oh, I know Kevin James. That's not going to make any fucking sense at all.
No, I've been watching the movie. I'm halfway through. It's pretty good. It's a kid's show. Yeah, it's fun.
No shit.
But he acts just like him. He wears the visor with the hair sticking out the top.
How is he serious for that long?
It's not... It's not a serious show. It's a Adam Sandler, Happy Gilmore movies.
Jesus. I'll have to say, I don't think I've ever seen Sean Payton fucking smile.
No, I've never even heard him talk, I don't think. Yeah, you'll have to check that one out. I forgot what the name of that show is. I guess that would be important for us people, for the people listening out there, huh?
Might be.
Sean Payton movie.
I was gonna get the Kurt Warner movie the other night. I wish I would have.
I'm not a big fan of him. He ruined our quarterback. You got to be a pocket passer. No, you need to be a rogue quarterback in this game like Russell Wilson.
He's a fucking legend, though. He's got a cool story, though. Definitely a good fucking story.
Okay, this show is called Home Team.
Home Team.
2 years after the NFL head coach Sean Payton is suspended, he goes back to his hometown and finds himself reconnecting with his 12-year-old son by coaching his Pop Warner football team. And his ex-wife in it is Adam Sandler's wife.
Oh, really?
In real life, yeah. I can't remember.
Oh, really? Oh, she'd probably play a pretty good ex-wife, I guess.
Yeah. So check that one out. What else do I got here?
Fucking baseball got canceled again.
Did it?
Yeah. Players in the fucking league.
COVID?
No, the Players Association and the league can't come up with fucking pay shit.
A bargaining agreement.
Yeah, it's another lockdown. They had to cancel a month of the season so far, but...
Did you see down in Vegas that they're boycotting vodka and they're pouring it all out in the goddamn streets because of it's Russian vodka? Now, most of our vodka is made here in the United States, and it's not real.
Yeah, there's a whole fleet of people that was a Smirnoff dumping it down.
Idiots.
It's another one that's out of fucking Tennessee.
Just next time, go and give it to the homeless guys out there. You know, Jason Austin and I talked about this other last podcast.
All those crying fucking bums just sitting there watching it.
No, they're out in the gutter just laying in it and taking a bath. Like, this is the shit, bro. Yeah, that's and I've actually drank like real potato vodka.
Yeah.
It's so much different than our grain vodka too.
Well, there's a couple companies out of Idaho. They sell their shit in the valley at the liquor store, of course. Fucking Utah.
Wait till you go to Utah.
But they weren't bad. They were potato vodkas, but they were probably a mix, all reality, but they claimed to be potato vodkas.
It's like cocaine. They cut it. The Russians took it over. It's those Americans over there.
This bottle's been stepped on. Motherfucker stepping on my bag of potatoes.
Shit in your Wheaties.
Oh shit.
Had an uncle that actually was married to a Russian. And he went to Russia, and he was over there. And he said that when you go watch a movie in Russia, all the Americans are the bad guys.
It's like the fucking opposite of ours. Makes sense.
Here in Roosevelt, the police chief warns of scams, telephone calls, these spam risks and shit that we've been getting.
Yeah.
People like my mom and dad get on the phone and then they worry about it. My dad yesterday, they called and said that his internet had been compromised through AT&T. So they get all worked up and they call. And they keep the guy on the thing. He wants to take over your computer and all this and let's fix it. And then my dad's like, hey! Our internet's not through AT&T, it's through Strata. I was like, you shouldn't even answer that.
Yeah, don't even answer.
They're not going to bug you. You just got to realize that everybody's out to get something now.
Well, I know they have the apps for your phone that can block the fucking spam numbers and shit like that.
Yeah.
How much do those fucking cost?
I don't know. I usually go to the do not call list and register every year, but they still call you.
Yeah. Some bullshit.
Yep. So be aware if you're elderly or.
Be aware.
IRS is not going to call and tell you that you need to owe money either, especially tax season.
Yeah.
They never call you. They show up to your door and say, we're going to jail.
Yeah,
they never call you.
They staple a badass piece of paper to the side of your fucking house. But
I know college kids that says, do not call your parents and send $700 in gift cards. Go buy gift cards right now, and so that we leave the paper trail because you're fraudulent of your taxes.
Well, I mean, that goes into the school system too, doesn't it? That goes into the school. Like granted, with my job, I utilize algebra. With your entire career, you've utilized the fuck out of geometry.
Yeah.
And shit, a lot of algebra too.
Yeah.
But how much of that shit was needed in school as opposed to fucking tax class, fucking credit class?
Writing a check and paying your bills. They should have set it up to where you're paying your bills all year.
No, the stupid part was I had classes in junior high about writing checks. I've never wrote a fucking check in my life.
Oh, I was in that generation at one time.
Yeah, no, I had a debit card when I was 16.
Yeah.
I had a debit card when I was 16. I'm not writing fucking checks.
I had a debit card when I was 16, but I didn't. I still had a ledger that you wrote all your bills in, you know.
Yeah, all that shit. But like, there was no classes on building or maintaining credit. Fucking.
They should have probably went through that and did a budgeting class for everyone.
Yeah.
They should also do. Like right in high school. I feel that if you want to be a plumber, let's start our freshman year and get your 4-year apprenticeship. So when you decide that you're graduating from school, you have a career to pay for college.
Yeah.
Because mom and dad are not going to be able to pay for your college anymore, especially when housing's unreal.
Well, the tech college out here is pretty good about having classes, but you can't really get certs. You can pass tests and shit.
Yeah, you get a
certificate.
There's
a difference between a certificate and a certificate.
But I think that the building trades would be smart to actually, hey, if you want to go to college, you go to college, but you do have plumbing.
Yeah.
You had 4 years of it, and you did it in class. Let's get you into the apprenticeship now, and you're already on a fast track.
Well, most high school kids come junior to senior year, they're built up enough on credits, they don't even have a full fucking schedule.
Yeah.
Clear out your afternoon, go the fuck to work.
Yeah, we got a residential guy that is affiliated with the college. He works over here, and he's also got another guy that's a carpenter.
Yeah.
So everybody works together, and you're all on the job with students.
It's almost like every nation except the United States is all aboard for child labor.
Child labor is a badass thing. That's why I'm going right there. I was like, hey, check this out. You can get your house built cheaper.
Yeah.
This is a good deal.
No, the tech school, they're still building building houses and shit. Running down a house a year built by high school kids, donating it for cheap. That's profit. Those kids didn't get paid.
We're going to have to write the congressman now.
Well, that shit's... at the same time, though, it's kind of like...
it doesn't benefit me at all.
Well, it's kind of like...
it doesn't benefit me at all.
Well, it's kind of like being in a punk rock band. When you go to play at a bar, they're like, it's great exposure for you. I'm like, well, how about you bring some beers and wings to my house, and me and all my buddies will be there, and we're going to watch some football, and you can cater the whole event, and we'll drink off you. We're not going to fucking pay you, but it's good exposure for your fucking bar.
It's kind of like having a podcast, huh?
Yeah, no shit. Great exposure.
Yeah, it's a money hole, but it's good times, though.
Here we are in a fucking shanty.
Yeah. It's getting better, though.
No, I want to keep calling it the shanty, though.
Okay.
It could be the ice fishing shanty.
It'll be our ice fishing shanty. All right.
For prostitution.
So we got the casting couch out here.
I found it. I found one for sale, actually, the casting couch.
It won't go good with the bar.
The casting couch goes good with everything.
We're going to get more cameras, I guess. I do got a tripod over here for a cell phone. I do.
Jesus.
It was one of those spur of the moments. It's like, how are we going to get this set up? Hell, I'm going to order that. It'll be here tomorrow. No, it came in one day.
It was a drunk Amazon purchase. We know better. Hey, I need that.
Yeah.
Try one of your fucking frozen ass beers.
Oh, you can have any beers you'd like in there. There's a Busch Latte in there. Yeah. Eventually, I'm going to start brewing again. And this bar that I just built, I think I'm going to put the taps back out here again.
Might as well.
Yeah, I'll brew in here, and it'll be the podcast brewery,
Ooh, Uintah Basement Brewery.
Woo!
If nobody's going to fucking sponsor us, we'll build our own.
We're not going to go pro circuit on this. We're going to keep it underground, man. We'll be like Prohibition. They knock 3 times. Come on in.
Oh, the
We don't check ID.
Hey, no, I'm not down with that. That's illegal.
Yeah. Well, it's legal in the state of Utah to not pay your child support. They take your hunting licenses and fishing licenses away. Poor bastard can't even learn to eat.
I'm a lot more on board with that than I am the taking of the driver's license.
Yeah.
Like taking the driver's license. Most jobs, you got to have a driver's license to fucking get.
Yeah,
in most fucking places.
When I got a DUI, I was 21 years old, and the judge, Elaine Stores out of price. Thank you.
Fucker, gotcha.
Thank you. I'm going to use your name, too. I says, ma'am, I'm sorry what I did. I was dumb. I was stupid. And she says, yes, you were. And I was like, okay, I got to bite my tongue. And I says, however, I need to have the means to make it to work.
Yeah.
Could I make it to work so I could pay my DUI, pay off my debt? And she says,
no.
You should have thought about that before you got behind the wheel. And I was like, oh, I see how this is.
I'm going to slap a shitload of fines and then fucking get rid of my means of paying the fines.
It was like, okay, you've got to take a DUI course, which is an evaluation. They bring a psychiatrist in and they want to sit down with you and ask you how your family life was and everything. You're like, dude, this had nothing to do with my drinking. I was having a good time when I was drinking. But
I was drinking because there weren't any problems.
But you had to pay for it. And I was in there with guys that had been in jail for 6 months for DUIs.
Jesus.
And the guy goes, I don't have a problem. I said, shut up, dude.
You're about to fuck up all of our evening.
No, tell him that you got a problem so you don't have to keep going and doing this, because it is like $250 a week. This is the 90s. Who has $250 when you're right out of high school, I don't even have $250 now.
No shit, I can't afford that shit per week.
I got $250. I bought epoxy.
Fuck. Oh shit. But no, I that's always, and I have quite a few buddies who got hit so fucking hard with child support. Like they were on a drilling rig when they got the fucking divorce.
Yeah.
And then the oil shit the bed in the middle of the fucking divorce, but they're still expected to shit $4,000 a month in child support.
See, I don't know how it works. I've never been there. I paid my debts. I've had my kids my whole life. So.
But no, like here they are with the oil field tanked. Very little fucking jobs. A lot of them went to work at gas stations or something like that.
McDonald's.
To pay $4,000 a month in child support.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. Don't do that.
I want to say it's like $800 or something like that a child. It seems like I've heard people doing that. They garnish it, though, out of your wages.
Yeah. Well, that's why most of the buddies I know are just unemployed and work under the table, do shit like that.
Yeah.
Now they're taking hunting privileges. They're bummed out. I'm like, man.
They're going to cut them off. And honestly, I agree.
Well, should there be like a furlough period, though? Like, if the kid's fucking 28, if the kid's 28 and you still owe fucking this much in child support, can we make a fucking settlement already? Something?
How much to pay this off? I'm going to take my loan out now.
Yeah, no shit. That was with my first kid. Didn't pay the hospital bill. Fuck that.
Uh-huh.
They were kind enough to call my company and set up an entire payment plan without even fucking notifying me. They just went ahead and did that. And when the hospital initially started calling me on the bills, I said, you know what? You can come and take him. They're like, well, we don't do that. I'm like, well, you don't do repossessions. They're like, no. I'm like, then why the fuck are you calling me? They're like, so we don't have to send it to collections. I'm like, well, is collection...
Trey, can you just hold on to him a little bit?
Is collections going to perform a repossession? They're like, no. I'm like, oh. I don't know why you're calling me. What do you want? I found out that they can notify the boss, and the boss just pays them. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I think they were legally, at least at that time, they were legally allowed to take 70% of my paycheck until the amount was paid off.
Oh, really?
It fucking hurt for a minute.
Yeah.
70% of a paycheck's a lot.
That's why a lot of people become homeless and stuff like that. They're like, man, I can't even hold my head above water. But in regards, you make a family.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to
man up.
Yeah, man up, pay your shit.
Yeah. And it's a lot better.
It was a violent, young and dumb fucking lesson I learned on that one.
Yeah. Katy Perry walked off of American Idol, I guess.
What?
Yeah. They had Aretha Franklin's granddaughter. She came up.
Oh.
I watched it. I watched it this morning. It was one of my sauna moments. Yeah.
Beating off to Katy Perry in a fucking sauna.
No.
It's a hard not life for Quinn.
It wasn't Katy Perry. It was yeah, but she walked off because Luke Bryant and Lionel Richie both agreed not to push the girl through. She wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But she had stage fright. 15 years old, gets up there and sings her grandma's song.
Well, it's also a learning fucking lesson, though. Like,
you can't ride on grandma's coattails.
Yeah, no.
You gotta have talent.
Well, and aside from that, you got the stage fright. All right, you're not gonna make it through. It's tough to be a fucking star and to have stage fright.
Yeah.
You can't really. There's no happy medium.
Plus Lionel Richie, he says, I was really good friends with your grandmother. She's on all my answering machines.
Yeah.
When I went over there, we never talked about music. It was, hey, child, let's come in, and I got some collards on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was totally cool about it, but Luke Bryant's like, I'm sorry. I said no. And Katy Perry's like, if you guys don't push her through, I'm leaving. She got up and walked out. She says, bye, I'm headed to the bar.
Fuck.
And I was like, God damn. Lionel Richie's like, I'm sorry. She just needs some more coaching.
Yeah.
Which, one of those will snag on to her.
Yeah.
And coach her, but yeah.
You think she doesn't have connections? She needed American Idol to make it?
Yeah.
It's Aretha Franklin's fucking grandma or granddaughter. Yeah. No.
But
she didn't need the fucking added support, the added attention.
Exactly.
Fuck that. She's got a record deal already before they said no.
It was good. It was good entertainment, huh?
Well, I'm certain she's great. She's got it in her blood. I'm sure she's fucking awesome.
She's got a pretty voice. She just was not hitting what her grandma did. But you can't imitate what I've tried my whole entire life. My grandpa, what he's built, what he's done.
Yeah.
I think about it in my head as like, how did grandpa do this?
Yeah, this is a different fucking world.
Yeah, well, I'm a different person.
Yeah.
I don't think the same way as he does.
Okay, Aretha Franklin's granddaughter sings with imitated soul of her grandma.
She's 15. Sure. Her grandma died when she was like in her 80s, you know?
Well, like all the same though, how many times has this girl went to get on a bus and been told she couldn't sit in that certain fucking seat?
Yeah.
No, Aretha Franklin went through some shit. That's where the soul came from.
Hell yeah.
You gotta fucking struggle. 15-year-olds aren't struggling right now.
No.
There's a few, but the fucking number's real slim compared to what it was even when we were fucking 15.
Yeah.
Like that Aretha's voice came from soul, from hard times.
Oh yeah.
Listen to Ray Charles.
Oh yeah.
How aside from the fucking racial hard times he went through, he was fucking blind. He couldn't even see the color to fucking know the difference.
I would have to say a blind person's probably not racist at all.
No, it's safe to fucking assume. And you know what? I kind of feel very similar to a blind person on that. I'm not racist. I just choose to not like fucking anyone. It's way easier for me.
They're called fuckers now.
They're called fuckers.
Remember, we renamed
the greatest pronoun ever.
We got the greatest pronoun ever.
Fucker/fuckerer.
Bill Gates' ex-wife, Melinda, blows the lid.
Fuck her, capital fuck her. Nope.
$130 billion divorce.
What the fuck do you think she knows about programming a goddamn thing?
She cried for days. She couldn't trust her cheating.
Oh, fuck. No, fuck her. I'm so done with that bullshit, too. It's so ridiculous. Like all these fucking NFL guys that get divorced and fucking get raped of half their fucking shit. That bitch has never had her nails off enough to fucking catch a football. No, she didn't earn that fucking money.
No.
And
130 billion.
Rod Stewart's divorce was the same. She took half the rights to songs he wrote before he had even fucking met her.
God, and he kind of fell off. I mean, this year TikTok brought him back, and bless his soul.
I don't have a TikTok, so he's still irrelevant. But
bless his soul. Oh yeah,
he's great. But I love Rod Stewart. But fuck him. If I gotta download TikTok to enjoy his shit, I don't want to.
Yeah, the girls are dancing to that one,
I can't.
and he actually has a TikTok one that they're dancing to it.
Well, and that's like his 7th fucking wife too.
Yeah, he still looks like he's 50 years old. Too.
Well, that's because he looked like he was 50 when he was 20. It's like the Stones. Look at the Stones.
Yeah.
They look younger now than they did back then.
Yeah, well, they say Mick Jagger has a damn exercise bus that comes with him.
No shit, just to work out?
Yeah, so he can work out. And I was like,
Jesus.
Jesus, when I'm 75 years old.
I want to know how far behind the plastic surgery bus is on his ass, too, though.
I bet you.
He's had some work. He's had work.
He's had work, but I bet you he goes in there and has all of his blood transfused all the time.
Yeah.
He's probably running that
Oh, he's doing cryogenic treatments, too, I'm fucking sure.
The Slurpee machine. You know, he runs his blood through it.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Mixes it up with the blood of the blue-footed booby.
Yeah. They're, I think, going back on tour, too.
The Stones are?
I do believe. They got a drummer that's filling in. There's a lot of people out on tour. Do you notice we go to war? COVID over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
We had this pre-discussion piled around the bar a little bit ago, and I don't want to get too into this.
No, we're not going to get political.
No, well, I don't really want to get into non-political shit that leads to this either. I'm struggling real hard to not jump full fucking politics on this. But it is fucking strange now all of a sudden the mask mandates are over.
Yeah.
After we just dealt with the Super Bowl where all the fucking millionaires didn't have to wear one, but all their kids went to school wearing one the next fucking day.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
COVID
over.
Yeah, it's not over. I'm sure there's another fucking variant that's going to come around and bite us in the ass. I think it's to the point now where the American people just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The damage that was done to the fucking economy is irreparable. We did that to save how many fucking old people?
Yeah. And everybody's bitter now.
Yeah. Yeah, and people don't know how to talk because people have been wearing masks for so long. They wanted to avoid the awkward, they wanted to avoid that shit. They don't even know how to fucking talk to people.
Yeah, I sound like that all the time.
Better hope not. You do this for a living, buddy. Still cracks me out. The nail place here in town. It used to be at the old Moki.
Yeah.
The
Lee Nails.
Lee Nails. I was still in high school, but I'd get Felicia's nails done and shit when we were in school because I was working. I dropped out of school so I could go to work, and she wanted to get her nails done, so I'd take her to get her nails done. I'd be sitting in there, and he's wearing a mask because obviously those chemicals aren't fucking safe.
They're not good.
They didn't give us masks, but he had a mask on. But he'd answer the phone and it sounded just like this. Hello, Remus? No, I'm just sitting there cracking up. I asked Felicia, I'm like, did you call and schedule your appointment? She's like, yeah. I'm like, there ain't no fucking way you understand that through the phone. She's like, you can understand it through the phone better than you can in person.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I didn't wear a mask when I was lacquering the other day. I did not realize that, oh my God, that stunk the whole house up.
Oh, did it?
Oh, yeah. It went from the garage clear up into our bedroom. I woke up the next morning with lacquer in my taste, like you're out of tequila drunk, you know?
We did, on Sundays, we do the family dinners over at my mother-in-law's. Yeah. And my wife bought all the shit to have my mother-in-law perm her hair. Mm-hmm. My wife got her hair permed.
Perm's got that weird smell to it.
We're just sitting there hanging out and drinking some beers, and just bullshitting, doing whatever. And then all of a sudden, oh no, we made a fucking awful mistake. My mother-in-law runs over and opens up the oven and pulls out dinner. Dinner's done. I'm like, ain't none of us fucking hungry no more. Not after smelling that shit.
Oh, the lacquer's bad.
Oh, fuck.
Hopefully this epoxy that I put up on top of it's not going to be as bad.
Reminds Every time I smell lacquer, it reminds me of when we had to go all through Mighton and change the fucking thief hatches because they had the wrong springs on them.
Oh, yeah.
Changed every thief hatch while those wells are just fucking ripping.
Your eyesight goes blurry and everything. You're like up there. I know how that
We're
is.
sitting there watching the H2S monitor to make sure it doesn't go over 100. I'm like, what did you guys just say in the safety meeting? I thought 50 killed you. Isn't that what your book told you? Like, what are we doing here?
15 parts, 15 minutes used to be the cutoff for us. But
well, that's what they said, but we were hanging out there at 95 for a few hours.
Keep changing. After 50, your eyes get irritated, your throat gets sore. I can give you the whole speech. I've had it 20 years in a row.
It makes it to where 3 beers and you're fucked up going to bed by the time you get off.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot cheaper to be a drunk.
That's part of my job is checking H2S.
Yeah,
I sample all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hasn't been so bad lately, though. It's been pretty mellow. The oil field's booming right now, so chemicals getting put in. Chemicals the most expensive thing.
It's so fucking expensive, though.
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, we've cut our chemical program to save budget so many times. Now we're dealing with ridiculous corrosion issues, obviously. But, but they cut it by like 4 million, 5 million, 6 million per year. It's like, well, how the fuck much is it then?
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, how do we still have a chemical program? You just cut 6 million off of it? Like, if I had a $6 million bill, that would suck.
Yeah.
Just imagine writing that check every month.
Oh, can you think of, how much an oil field company pays for power to keep the lights on?
You guys actually have power around to your shit. We don't have power. All of our shit's solar out there. Mm-hmm. There's no power lines in our field.
Yeah.
And there was discussion about pros and cons to getting lines ran out there.
Yeah.
Which I still wish they'd fucking do, but it's
the United States expensive. Won't build a power plant, though.
Well, and then everybody bitches because we're drilling wells closer to fucking communities. Like, well, yeah, there's fucking power right there. We can pay $15,000 to get a pole ran to there as opposed to $80,000 to have it ran out to the fucking desert.
Yeah.
$80,000 to a fucking $1 million where we're at. We got what? Shit, the wells that I spend most of the day on Snapchat, I opened up the maps on Snapchat and zoomed out a little bit. And my sister, she lives in Mac, Colorado.
Okay.
And I was looking at it, and I was closer to her than I was Felicia, who was working at Marion's. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Why are we out here?
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, all those years ago in the fucking 60s and 70s, who the fuck was wandering around out there to discover oil? You know?
They were digging for gilsonite.
Well, yeah, out there, that would have been gilsonite.
Yeah.
But you look at, for instance, Blacktail. Blacktail, Dugway Mountain out there past Duchesne a little ways. Mm-hmm. Just north of Duchesne.
Yeah.
It's the gnarliest, sketchiest Dugway. The whole way to get up that bitch is just straight the fuck up. Workovers have fucking rolled off that bitch countless times. Who the fuck climbed that and decided let's drill
prickly
there?
Pear.
Yeah. Yep,
Good God. Pear. And then you get driving up in it, and it's Murphy's Law. You're going to run into a vehicle or a semi.
Every time. Yep.
Every time. Yep. And you're like, why would you want to come up here to drill a hole? Yeah. Crazy bastards.
Who the fuck thought this? Peter's Point. Who the fuck thought this was a good plan? And then everybody threw a fit when they first started drilling in Mighton and then started drilling under Mighton. That got sketchy for a little bit to some people, I know, but...
they're going 2 miles down.
Yeah, it's a fucking long way.
Yeah,
Those wells took 3 fucking months to drill, some of them.
Yeah. They got them now. Well,
what?
Our wells used to be like 2.5 days when they were shallow ones. Now they're weeks.
Yeah.
The frack crew, man, they got this great big, looks like something come out of Vegas that they're fracking with nowadays. What the hell is that? It's a sky rise. It's all these semi trucks parked on end.
Well, I can't remember what well it was out there in Mighton, but like they drilled it, and we had to wait to tie in the flow line because I was on the battery crew out there. Mm-hmm. we had a date. It'll be this weekend. Okay. Well, keep my phone on. Won't drink. Whatever.
Yeah.
Stay up all fucking night waiting for the phone call from the frat crew. Don't get anything. Monday morning, find out. Cement crew accidentally cemented the well closed. They did that. They did it. Twice on the same fucking hole.
Usually cement a plug, but...
Oh, they sent it downhole.
Oh, well, that's usually how you do it. But
I to be honest, I don't know enough about downhole to really know it, but they ended up cementing the well shut fucking twice, and the company that starts with a W, it was them. They had to fucking pay the drilling rig to drill back through the fucking cement and shit like that.
Isn't it great that we work in the oil field and we don't even talk about our companies, but we can pull up places like L&L and Strata and AT&T.
We enjoy employment. Until this podcast starts paying, we're not going to mention company names that we're associated with.
Get your pocketbooks open. Let's make some money off this podcast.
Patreon and OnlyFans. Let's get it going.
Yeah.
That's why we need the casting couch, I'm telling you.
The casting couch. I think we'll get some weird looks from our wives when it comes down
Probably.
to that one. Yeah, be like,
I think once the couch
we're going
dry,
back out tonight again. You've podcasted every night. Yeah, but it was only for 5 minutes.
I actually got to call this one out. And I didn't even call the person out at all. I just spotted it, and I'm have full intentions of calling them out. Mm-hmm. But it's my wife's cousin talking about my wife's grandpa. It's his birthday. Mm-hmm. So he sent Felicia's cousin. She sent a text to her husband, said, "Hey, it's Papa's birthday. Mm-hmm. We got to do something special." And he texted her back, "Fuck yes, let's find some strippers." And she didn't respond immediately. And he texts back, "Unless he's not into that, then never mind." She commented, "I don't think Grandma will like it, but Grandpa's definitely all aboard for the fucking strippers." And I cannot wait till next time I have all of those people in one room. I'm going to say, "Did you just call him a fag? You don't think he likes strippers? Well, he's been married for so long. That means he likes strippers more. Calm down." If he knew how to work his phone, he'd be a porn addict too. Let's calm down on that one as well.
Can you tell me how to delete my browsing history?
No shit. No shit. For the love of God, when I die, just delete my browsing history before my family sees that shit.
That's why you get the heart app on this, and it tells you when you don't have a heartbeat. Delete.
That's probably not a bad idea.
There's a $1 million app right there.
Is there?
No, there you go. That's a good idea.
Well, fuck this podcast. Let's get developing some shit.
Yeah, I think Ballard needs a cemetery too. You know, we could put a cemetery. Everybody dies.
There's not a cemetery in Ballard?
No.
There's one in Fort Duchesne, one in Gusher, one in Roosevelt.
Roosevelt's about outgrown.
Yeah, Roosevelt's.
Ballard needs an overload. This frontage road out here, we need to put it all in green grass, and we'll make it into a KOA/cemetery.
Well, you got all this area in the back right here. Make it a cemetery.
Stack them up.
Let's see what Mama thinks of once we start moving in dead motherfuckers into the backyard.
I was going to KOA camp, but it's dual purpose. It's like, yeah, park your trailer right over here, man.
A KOA cemetery.
It's got a water slide and everything. How cool is that? Oh, yeah. Son, I'm bleeding.
You know all the funerals I've been to, I wish there would be like a playground or something that the kids could go play on over there.
Yeah, quit running around trying to tip the casket over.
Every funeral I've ever been to, there's a kid who's an asshole, and it's the worst when it's my kid. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't fucking know that thing.
Staring at the kid, staring at the body in the damn casket, and they're like, touching them.
There's another thing I don't get. People taking pictures at funerals.
Yeah, I hate that. I think it's morbid.
Yeah.
Why do you want to see somebody dead? Of course, I got pictures of mummies in different countries. I still don't like taking them.
Well, no, I got friends who they'll post pictures of open caskets.
Yeah.
It's like, that seems too far.
I suggest to everybody, don't do the religious. Don't do the religious ceremony. Do the celebration of life, man. Yeah, that is the way to go.
Yeah, that
let everybody have some beers and bring all your skeletons out of your closet and tell the dirt.
This last Monday, it was the 4-year death date of my mom. However the fuck I'm supposed to word that. I don't know how it's supposed to be worded.
Yeah.
But that's what we did. I mean, she donated her body. Well, she died of cancer, so she donated her body to the Huntsman.
Yeah.
And they just barely in July finished up and buried her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been 3 fucking years. But the party I threw her for, like, that motherfucker was awesome. That's one of the best parties I've ever fucking been a part of. It was off the fucking hook.
Well, usually when your family all gets together, you know, it's over a funeral stuff.
There was no family there. I think that was the funnest part of it.
There you go.
No family. It was all just friends.
See, my family is all around the country, so it's almost like a family reunion. And so everybody does get their beers out, and then you got the religious portion of it. They're like, you shouldn't be celebrating. So-and-so just died. And you're going...
No, we're supposed to be celebrating for that reason.
Yeah. We want to remember their memory in a happy way.
Yeah.
Not be sad the rest of our lives.
Well, death is just a fucking thing that happens. Like, that's the one guaranteed thing. That, and you're going to pay your fucking taxes. It's 2 things that are guaranteed.
Death and taxes.
Yeah, death and taxes. That is all.
Joe Black. Death and taxes.
Joe Black.
Meet Joe Black.
I don't know that one.
You didn't never watch the classic. Where the hell have you been? It was in the 90s.
Buddy, I was born in the 90s, so I was a child in 2000.
Hot girl in it, and it's got Anthony Hopkins in it. He is
Saving of Silence of the Lambs, right? Anthony Hopkins.
But he's Death has knocked on the door, but Death wants to actually experience a body for once and experience life of how it is.
Oh, so he just takes over his body and jumps in?
He calls him Joe Black. No, he pushes this guy. He totally just pushes him in front of a semi-truck and he's dead. So he takes out his body. That's pretty much how it is. But it's such a deep show, and he's curious how peanut butter tastes. He's curious to see how love is, you know, and that's what the show...
I figure instead of killing me, it's easier to ask my dog what peanut butter tastes like.
Every time I go past, it's like watching The Waterboy. I have to stop and watch it. I mean, Brad Pitt's, he's the one.
Brad Pitt's in it too?
Yeah.
No shit.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm going to have to watch this one.
Okay, and you'll be able to find it. It's called Meet Joe Black. Oh, there it is. It's a 1998 film. It's almost as old as you.
98. I was 6 when this came out.
Not to be confused with Joe Dirt.
I think I was only like 10 when Joe Dirt came out, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. Why is he throating a pickle?
Oh, that's split screen? Exit out of that. That's my private browser.
God damn it. About that browsing history.
He eats a pickle and he does... You just have to watch it. Meet Joe Black.
He did. I mean, that was rather lustful, the way he licked that pickle. Speaking of
he's listening to a spoon. It's not a pickle. He's eating peanut butter.
Speaking of lustfully licking pickles.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? You're just like, yeah, what's Cody going to say next?
I was just saying. I was going to come out with this and say I told you to keep it rated R.
Yeah, we're supposed to stay rated R. X. I know.
We're trying to get more support of the community and not have interviews like the last one went. You know how much fucking editing I had to do? I don't care if you swear.
I don't know how much editing you did. You didn't invite me on that one.
Nobody was invited. It was just one of those like, what am I going to do with that? That was a project.
I said a few, I remember saying a few things that were slightly edgy.
Right off the word go.
She did it, not me. No, she said that, not me. I did not do that. Nope.
I got proof.
You saved the original?
I have the original.
It's a clip. Can we please make a clip out of it?
No, only when Rude Jude comes. And then Cody, we will mark it as rated X, and it will go pretty good.
We'll just have a whole segment with Jude about the fucked up
unless
shit
we
Cody
get
says.
some people that want us to start a Patreon, we will give you the behind the scenes. And you guys can subscribe to us for $2 a month, and we'll have
to start saving just clips of shit we had to cut out because it was too fucked up. But no, I watched my wife and I started the docuseries. Well, yeah, docuseries on the Tiger King.
Oh, okay. I didn't even watch the first one. My wife's like, "You will not like it," and I was like, "Okay."
Man, it's pretty graphically homosexual. Yeah. And I'm not homophobic in the slightest.
I'm not either, but she's like, "You won't like it," and I was like, "Okay."
We just finished Intercourse when we decided to start this documentary last night, and we're laying in bed, just sweaty, just fucking cuddling. Oh, he's really sucking dick. There we go with that. She just rolls over to go to bed. I'm like, you can fucking change this before you go to bed if you want. I don't have the remote. I'm not gonna stay up here up all night.
He's got his pillow over his head.
I'm laying naked in bed. She rolled over. I'm by myself watching this. This is a little bit outside of my comfort zone. We can change this. This can be
I'm not turned on, babe. Sorry.
Yeah, didn't do the trick. Now I'm sitting there nervous, like, what happens if my dick gets hard in the middle of this? Like, this gets way worse.
Okay, where's this story going?
Just another TV series, if you want to watch it.
Okay, I think I'm going to pass.
The actors did good. Like, it was good acting, but...
I'm going to pass on that one. Lately, I'm watching Vikings Valhalla. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Quinn. I'll get better at that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll get better.
I'm watching Vikings. I've actually been working, and I haven't been watching any series. So, I mean, I sit down and watch it, and I fall asleep because I'm burned out from working on things. But
yeah. Well,
spring, it was warm, you know?
Yeah. It changed tonight, all of a sudden.
It's not as loud. It's not raining like when we started.
I know. Now we can bitch about hearing the heater again.
Yeah.
Oh, what you think, pal?
I think we can call it an evening. We got 101 minutes there.
101 minutes. I think that's sufficient.
That's sufficient for episode number 57.
Good enough for now.
We know where to find everybody. We've asked enough. We don't get any feedback anyways. But,
no.
Follow the podcast on Facebook, Instagram.
Hit up the Uintah Basement.
Yeah. If you need to email us, phone call us, use our private line.
And I'm trying to keep the meme game on the Uintah Basement going. I'm trying to post decent memes to the page every once in a while.
And kind of like and share this stuff.
Yeah, like and share the shit.
Yeah, and everybody hit Mariah up for her 100th episode, May 28th.
Yep, we're going to go.
And she is wanting to sell those tickets off. She's got a lot of good things, and I told her that I would actually keep helping her out and promoting her podcast, the Salty Sex Cast. Just the Salty Sex Cast with Mariah and friends.
Hell yes.
All right. Well, this is episode 57, and it's in the book. Later, Skater. What this world needs is an enema.
Let's make it a clap on.